Your home for original reporting. I'm Matt Piper in New York. The man who police say shot 10 people in the subway system here, injuring 23 in all, is now under arrest. And Justin, the man reportedly called police this afternoon on himself to tell them he was at a McDonald's in the East Village neighborhood of Manhattan. More from CBS's Bradley Blackburn.
The New York City Police Department says it has arrested Frank James in connection with Tuesday's subway shooting in Brooklyn.
We used every resource at our disposal to gather and process significant evidence that directly links Mr. James to the shooting. We were able to shrink his world quickly. There was nowhere left for him to run.
Investigators are combing through the 62-year-old social media posts as they look for a motive. They say the suspect detonated a smoke bomb inside the subway car, then started firing into the crowd.
Video out today that shows a struggle between a black man and a police officer in Michigan before that civilian is shot to death.
Patrick Lyoya was shot on April 4th. Police said he fought with an officer after his car was stopped because of an issue with the license plate.
Stop resisting!
Video shows the 26-year-old trying to run from the scene and a struggle over the officer's taser. Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom, who started his job March 7th, says he met Lyoya's father last week and that they both cried. Chief Winstrom says as for the officer involved in the shooting,
the officer is on paid leave, stripped of his police powers, pending the outcome of this investigation,
which state police are conducting. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Out of the war, the White House announces a new package of military weapons which will quickly be heading to Ukraine. State Department spokesman Ned Price.
We, pursuant to their requests, are providing artillery, armored vehicles, helicopters, unmanned coastal defense vessels, engineering and field support equipment, and other assets that our Ukrainian partners will need to defend themselves.
Since the war began, the U.S. has given $2.6 billion to Ukraine. An Oscar winner pleads guilty to forcibly touching a woman in New York.
The case stems from a series of incidents in 2018 and 19 in several New York City nightclubs. Cuba Gooding Jr. entered a guilty plea to one of the accusations. He told the judge that he kissed a waitress on the lips without her consent. The plea deal calls for no jail time. Gooding has been accused by more than a dozen women of inappropriate conduct, and he still faces a civil lawsuit by a woman who says he raped her in 2013. Steve Futterman, CBS News.
The Library of Congress adds that 1999 Ricky Martin hit and 24 other songs to its National Recording Registry. The Dow gained 344. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? No, I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.